good evening to you and welcome to NDTV News. I'm Sarah Dadiwe Apa, here are the highlights. Ijaw National Congress, INC, expresses concerns over President Tinubu's Sunday broadcast. Cross-dresser Bobrisky gains freedom after 76 months for abusing the Naira. Plus, the D Tigress team advances to quarterfinals in Paris Olympics. Here now the details. The Commissioner for Information, Orientation and Strategy, Honorable Mrs. Ebiwo Koku-Obiai, and her counterpart Commissioner for Works and Infrastructure, Surveyor Moses Taibawe, have called on Bayelsans to support the Prosperity Administration in achieving its developmental goals for the state. The Commissioner made a call during a joint inspection of ongoing construction projects in the state. Correspondent Aripredo Ikide tells us more.
The Commissioner for Works and Infrastructure, Surveyor Moses Taibawe, embarked on a joint inspection of construction projects in the state with the Commissioner for Information, Honorable Mrs. Obuwo Koku, to bring her to speed with some of the developmental works of the Doye Diri-led government.
Then they will now talk while the bridge is also going on.
The projects under construction include the Oporoma Bridge, which is one of the major works being done, the Akaba Okodi Road, Gloryland Drive Phase 3, and the new Yenagoa City, all of which is halfway done and expected to be completed between now and first half of next year.
Oporoma Road, we looked at the level of completion of the bridge. It's progressing. As I said earlier, piling has been completed. Also, we got to the roundabout, a right spur to Otuan community, 2.1 kilometers, and the left-hand spur leading to Oporoma, the headquarters of Southern Ijaw local government area. From there, we move to Akaba Okodi Road. That work is also progressing.
The Commissioner also called on Bayelsans to shun rumor mongers trying to tarnish the image of the government, but rather go around the state to witness things for themselves, as the Prosperity government is poised towards an all-round development of the state.
I can tell you that the Prosperity government is ready to carry out these projects to their own logical completion. And so we should disregard unnecessary talks by people that does not understand what the Prosperity government is doing.
Having gone round, the Commissioner for Information, Honorable Mrs. Obuwo Koku, commended the efforts of the contractors as she spoke on the economic and financial benefits of the project upon completion, even as she urged citizens of the state to support the government in its developmental strides.
As many people that are in the state, sometimes just take a tour around the project site so that we will appreciate exactly what the governor is doing, what Prosperity governor is doing, because road is very important in the development of any city. The work is ongoing. Prosperity's government is working, and all Bayelsans should give us the maximum support to ensure that these roads are completed. And it is one of the key agenda of the governor to build roads, and this road is even what will attract the investors to come, because if an investor wants to do a business in Oporoma, he will have easy access, and that is what is key to develop.
Aripredo Ikide, reporting for NDTV News.
The Ijaw National Congress, INC, has expressed concern regarding President Bola Tinubu's Sunday nationwide broadcast, stating that he failed to address the demands of ongoing protesters across Nigeria. In a broadcast on Sunday, August 4, President Tinubu spoke to the nation amid protests that began on August 1, which led to violence in various regions. Protesters have called for several key changes, including a reduction in petrol pump prices, improvements in living standards, cuts in the cost of governance, decrease in electricity tariffs, and solutions to escalating insecurity, among others. In a statement signed by its National Publicity Secretary, Ezoimbe Oyakhilome, the INC criticized the president's address for not adequately responding to these pressing issues. The organizers of the End Hunger protest in Lagos have announced plans to resume their demonstration at Gani Fawayimi Freedom Park, Ojota, on Monday, August 5, 2024, despite recent comments from President Bola Tinubu. In a statement issued on Sunday, signed by Hassan Taiwo, Ayoyinka Oni, and Adeboyega Adeniji on behalf of the End Bad Governance in Nigeria Organizing Committee, the group expressed disappointment that he took President Tinubu 3 days of protest to address the nation. The statement followed the president's broadcast earlier in the day, where Tinubu acknowledged the protesters' concerns and urged them to suspend their demonstrations in favor of dialogue. The organizers of the protest criticized the president for what they described as a dual approach, offering dialogue while also demanding an end to the protest. They said, and I quote, "In our view, the president cannot be approbating and reprobating at the same time. The president cannot offer an olive branch while at the same time holding a dagger to our throats." The organizers then called on Nigerian youths and the general public to join them to continue the protest at Gani Fawayimi Park. They urged the Nigerian Labour Congress, the Trade Union Congress, the media, and the Nigeria Bar Association to support their cause. All is now set for the Bayelsa State chapter of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, NIPR, to celebrate its 60th anniversary in Yenagoa. This was made known by the chairman, Dr. Ibeware Wariowe, when he led members of the institute to pay a courtesy call to the general managers of the State Newspaper Corporation and the Broadcasting Corporation on Monday. The chairman, Dr. Wariowe, further intimated them of the institute's readiness to plant 60 trees as part of the program of the events coming up on the 15th of August after a road work. He said His Excellency Senator Doyedere would be a special guest to the program and urged the general managers to be part of the program. While wooing them to join the institute, the chairman highlighted the role of public relations in building government image effectively. Responding, the general managers assured the institute's chairman of persuading their staff to register as members of the institute and endure their support to the institute during the program. And now to the entertainment scene. Controversial crossdresser Idris Okuneye, known as Bobrisky, has been released from jail after serving 6 months for abusing the naira. Also, Nigerian twin brothers Peter and Paul Okoye, known as P-Square, splits again for the second time in their career. Paul Chinoso Okoye, also known as Rude Boy, confirmed the separation during a recent interview, stating that his brother Peter, also known as Mr. P, decided to end their collaboration. For details of these and more on entertainment news, let's have Oguntunde Rebecca.
Controversial crossdresser Idris Okuneye, known as Bobrisky, has been released from Kirikiri Correctional Center after serving 6 months for abusing the naira by spraying it at parties. Bobrisky was sentenced on April 12, 2024 by Justice Abimbola Awogboro in a video posted on social media platform X. Bobrisky expressed excitement upon release. Appearing alongside actress Eniola Ajao, he shared his eagerness to reconnect with his followers. Bobrisky's return has generated significant attention, marking the end of his jail time and the beginning of his re-engagement with the public. Nigerian twin brothers Peter and Paul Okoye, also known as P-Square, split again. Rude Boy explained that their problems originated 2014 with the release of their song Ejiaju, featuring American rapper T.I. Cited public misconceptions about their roles within the group as a contributing factor to their initial breakup. Despite reuniting, the brothers struggles with creative differences leading to their latest separation. Paul emphasized that their elder brother Jude Okoye had no involvement in the current split, contrasting with past allegations. As Paul transitions back to his solo career under the moniker Rude Boy, he expressed a desire to move forward, focusing on his music and leaving the P-Square era behind. I am Ogutunde Rebecca, reporting from NDTV Entertainment News.
And on to the ever-busy world of sports, the D Tigers team from Nigeria created history by being the first African team, male or female, to advance to the Olympic quarterfinals in Paris 2024, and Ofili qualifies for women's 200-meter semi-final. For details of this report and others, let's join Ayemi Miene.
The Nigerian team, D Tigers, created history by being the first African team, male or female, to advance to the Olympic quarterfinals in Paris 2024. The consecutive Afro basketball champions achieved this feat of securing a spot in the final 8 by shocking Canada 79-70 in Lille, France. Nigeria was tied 18-18 in the first quarter, defeated 23-19 by just 4 points in the second, won up to 18 points in the third, and lost by just 5 points in the fourth. Not only did they win 2 games for the first time at the Olympics, but they also accomplished it in an impressive way, sending winless Canada packing. With an impressive 11-0 run to begin the second half, the Tigers took the lead and never looked back. They left Canada reeling and never recovered. As was to be expected, Ezinne Kalu, the usual suspect, was the one pulling all the strings in the backcourt and contributing significantly to the win. The playmaker scored 21 points, and Elizabeth Balogun made the most of her moment to record her best ever performance with 14 points and 3 rebounds, 3 assists. With just an amazing 27 points from turnovers, the Tigers were merciless in punishing Canadian errors. As things stand, Nigeria appears capable of taking on any team in the competition. After a slip-up in their previous match against France, their tough defense was back. They are very strong physically, so whoever they play in the quarterfinals will need to play exceptionally well to defeat them, and that says a lot. They have been scheduled to play the United States on August 7th in the quarterfinals. In the women's 200-meter sprint at the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris, Nigerian sprinter and African champion Favour Ofili has advanced to the semi-finals. With a dominant performance, the 21-year-old sprinter won her heats in 22.24 seconds. She defeated formidable opponents like Gina Bas-Bitaye and Dina Asher-Smith of Great Britain during a remarkable run. Aiming to leave a lasting impression on her Olympic debut and possibly win a medal, Ofili, a silver medalist at the Commonwealth Games, is now focused on today's semi-finals and possible final races. This accomplishment comes just a few days after Ofili, the silver medalist in the 100-meter women's race at the All-African Games, declared she would not compete in the event in Paris because of administrative errors committed by the Nigerian Olympic Committee (NOC) and the Athletics Federation of Nigeria (AFN). Given the administrative obstacles posed by the Nigerian Olympic Committee (NOC) and the Athletics Federation of Nigeria that kept Ofili from participating in a 100-meter event, her qualification is especially remarkable. Her perseverance and determination have been impressive in spite of the setback. Now, Ofili has her sights set on the podium and will concentrate on the semi-finals in order to guarantee her spot in the final and contend for a medal. There is now hope for a historic Nigerian sprint event victory thanks to our outstanding performance. I am Ayemi Miene for NDTV Sports.
That's the news. But before we go, let's look at stories that made headlines. The Ijaw National Congress, INC, has expressed concern regarding President Bola Tinubu's Sunday nationwide broadcast, stating that he failed to address the demands of ongoing protesters across Nigeria. We also brought you a report that controversial crossdresser Idris Okuneye known as Bobrisky, has gained freedom after serving 6 months for abusing the naira. And finally, the Day Tigress team from Nigeria created history by being the first African team, male or female, to advance to the Olympic quarterfinals in Paris 2024, and Ofili qualifies for women's 200 meters semi-final. That's the news. Thanks for watching. I'm Sarah Dadiwe Apa. Good night.